abom akosibu so Musa Dankwa ene Sticka enya semketua Musa Dankwa akoreti MPs 83 constituencies out of the 276 and Sticka say na wo ni nsade eza recent basa be no na ade makotola so be sense for tumi ana ne ko bomu City TV and channel 1 TV enya semketua na me bebo ma in this video because mo nsem be break on because me miti kumase and my catch say Sticka because of Kennedy sense of nintu ma bobodi a kire say omunya omubetu no akachero da nti ebe kom nti ma share so be subscribe ma mo subscribe ya na wa click bell notification me the video be to be hunu e bu wi a you have a comment feel free leave that comment in the comment section we are make sure so be GoldBerry construction limited that episodes na assassin krata some the documentations related to your house you know GoldBerry ne be this adwuma ni nyina e de ama o you obrempomba so addiction related to chama related to agent care ko obrempomba o be show na bibia aye kama de ama ne kosi channel 1 TV no enie
us to give us details of this latest work from him. Musa, thank you very much for your time. Why did you decide to choose 83 constituencies when we have 275 constituencies across the country?
Right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Musa.
Yes. Every 3 months, we randomly select 30% of our 276 constituencies to do a national tracking poll from those constituencies. So this round of polling, we randomly selected 83. That included all the areas you saw in the report. We are unable to cover every constituency for obvious reasons. So when we issue reports with regards to MPs, we kind of add a bit of caution to it. And indeed, if you look at the methodology we released and the approach and how we compute the rating, it is there. What we do is that when we visit every constituency that we are polling at any point in time, we ask them several questions. And one of the questions we ask them include assessing the performance of the president, assessing the performance of the government, and assessing the performance of their members of parliament. How they assess the president and the government doesn't necessarily generate controversy. It is only the MPs that their assessment generates controversies for obvious reasons. But we've said that, look, we will do this severally before the election cycle ends. And what we capture is a snapshot of a view in your constituency, maybe 2 or 3 electoral areas in your constituency. But it is by no means the entire constituency view. And again, it is by no means a reason for you to reject the findings.
Let's look at the sample size, which is 7,484. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the national sample. So each constituency has its own sample size.
Okay. So
it's not uniform across.
Okay. So what in this survey, what question do you pose to the respondents in arriving at this data?
We ask them, if we are to ask you to rate the performance of your member of parliament using the following scale: excellent, very good, good, average, poor, very poor, or you can't really assess him. This is the question we ask. We don't ask them to look at certain metrics, what he has done in the constituency, what he has not done. We don't have visibility of what is going on in the constituency. So we can't give you any guide. But the voter himself or herself knows the MP, knows what the MP is doing. If they feel that what the MP is doing, they like it and they appreciate it, they will rank him high. Because there are others who have been ranked very high and others have been ranked very low. So these are the views from the constituents and not my view at Global Info Analytics.
Per your data, who performed best?
I mean, we have top 2. There were top 10 and bottom 10. And the top 2, I think we remember, you have Frank Anadompre, one of the top performing candidates or MPs. And you also have, what do you call it, Tolong, MP for Tolong, also there. We didn't hear them complain. But others who are at the bottom are obviously complaining. What I've always said to them is that, look, it is a snapshot view. It is by no means the whole picture. Early days, but don't ignore it.
Okay, you told us the top performance. What about the those who perform worse?
I mean, I may have to go through the list again, but the worst candidate, if you look at the bottom of the list, you have, I think, Aseni Akroso Mansung as the last one, and then you have Takwade as the last bottom 2. The lists were there, but where I am, I don't have access to that data. But it means that, let me just show you how we did the assessment. For those who say excellent, very good, or good, we sum those together to give us an overall score. So we rank them based on the overall score of excellent, very good, and good.
Okay.
Somebody may have done averagely. Because we're not averaging, we're not using average to rank. You will not rank high. We are using the best scoring, excellent, very good, or good for the ranking. And that is why some of them have found themselves in where they are.
Okay, Musa, hold on. Let me speak to one member of parliament who is not happy following this report. That's Dr. Stephen Amwa, member of parliament for the Ishaiso constituency in the Ashanti region, former deputy finance minister. He's joining us on this conversation. Dr. Amwa, you seem not to be happy about this findings from Musa Dankwa. What really is the issue?
Thank you very much. My regards to our listeners and my regards to Dankwah Musa, my brother. My boss, first thing, let's set this record straight in this our country. If you want to conduct a research on the performance of, say, an individual like me or a member of parliament, first thing, you need to conduct a research based on the core responsibilities and promises of the MP or MPs. That's the first thing we need to do. And you know, in this country, you are from a very reputable media house. Our core functions are what we see on the floor. And I can tell you, go and ask Honorable Barbie. Go and ask. Most of my official personal presentations in the house on the floor, they call for committee. Maybe time may not allow us. Go and check. I'm the one that push for inclusion of entrepreneurship in JHS, SHS, academic curricula because of the, congested job space in our country. I'm the one that push for, the shift, a policy shift from free market economy to mixed market economy. And there are a lot of them. Go and check. Put that aside. In my constituency, please go to the secondary schools and find out whether about 5 big secondary schools have not provided computers to all of them, and I'm going second round. Go there and ask. Go and ask the JHS and the SHS that in terms of tables and chairs, cast all of them, put them together. I've provided for 2,400 school children. Go and ask how I'm modifying most of the. I'm saying things that are very tangible for you to go and check. Modifying, renovating even the schools there. I've given local scholarships over 1,000, way over. KMA are charging the best user of my common fund, and they are giving me shares. I think you have been commercial, I would have sent them to you. Go and check all these things. No matter what you want to do your research, if not to find MP's performance in school or in education, you go to the institution as the headmasters and the teachers. That is my beef or my problem. I provided about 800 machines for barbering, sewing, hairdressing. Go and check. I will not lie to you. I mean, I'm a sinner, but I believe in God. I've done all these things. I've purchased, I've procured brand new Toyota Hilux to deal with insecurity situations in my constituency. It's there. You can see it, feel it, and touch it. I've set up a football club for the youth. I bought a bus from Korea myself. It's there. Go and check. Go and check great things. I've provided about 14 communities with water out of 24. Go and check. These are all there. I have trained about 1,000 of them how to make cake, how to use beads to produce bags and shoes, how to install DSTV. Go and check. Go and check. They didn't have even a sweater. I used banks, not my money alone, and added my money to get them. I mean, one of the worst standard. Go and check. Assorted. The second one, I got from Ghana Gas, and they are on it. Very soon they will complete. I've done so many things that a normal MP wouldn't do. So I'm surprised. That is my concern. I am surprised. So please, you can go to the secondary schools, get the headmasters and the teachers' numbers, and call them and ask them if I have done these things or not. We cannot misinform the public like that. It's my hard earned. I use my money and my common fund, not central government money. So if any constituent even you met is talking about expectation, what kind of expectation? Economic hardship, can you talk about it as government? And look, lucky for me, and then another, about 80% of insurance road or roads is start. Please go there and check. I'm not saying every place. So what at all should the MP do?
So let me get a reaction from Musa Dankwa, Dr. Stephen Amwa, also known as Sticka. Musa, Dr. Stephen Amwa believes that you're not being fair to him because he's mentioned the things that he has done in the constituency, the massive infrastructure development there, the things he has done to mitigate the plight of constituents. And so if you are rating him, at least it should be better than what you've given him because he has done enough in the constituency.
Sammy, I don't rate any MP. His mention of things is done for certain groups. We don't go and target certain groups to interview as part of the polls. We randomly pick people and interview them. Indeed, if you look at Inshiaeso, when we ask them what are your top key issues or top issues in Inshiaeso, healthcare was the most important thing for people of Inshiaeso. 54% of the reasons or key issues were on healthcare. The next was jobs, 47%.
MP is responsible for healthcare.
And you have rules, 46%. They mentioned taxes, 39%. Yes, these are not areas that the MP has control over. But people are looking at many things before they say we rate you high or low. Now, let's look at the actual rating for Honorable Stephen Amwa. 8% of the respondents rated him excellent, but 15% gave him very good or good. Those who say average is called 72%, but the ratings are not based on averages, but rather the combined score of excellent and very good. Again, 49% of the respondents were MPP voters. 4% were NDC voters. And 41% were floating voters. Inshiaeso is the...
Sticka, just hold on. Let Musa make his point. I'll let you come in there. Just hold on,
okay.
Sticka.
Inshiaeso is one of the constituencies with the highest number of floating voters in Ghana today. So the combined number of floating voters and MPP voters is about 90% of the respondents. This is not an NDC-induced rating. I don't need to know what he has done because I don't know the survey myself. But the people we talk to, if they are aware of what he has done and they are not being fair to him, then I think he shouldn't blame us. He should blame the constituent or him not able to communicate what is done effectively. Again, I tell MPs, what you do does not really mean that's what people want. I ask every MP, what are the top issues affecting your community that you serve? Nobody can give me that. They have no data.
Sticka, you can come in here.
Yes, first thing, my brother, I am surprised. You yourself moderating the program. If indeed it is even true that the concerns of Inshiaeso people, one of them is healthcare, how can you put that as a blame on the MP? Even if that is even true, I'm asking if that is true. Even if that is true. And what I'm saying is that, Sammy, what are the core functions of MP? Can you go and say that somebody is a medical doctor in an area, and then the legal issues of the person will mean that the person is not a good doctor. We've all studied. For Christ's sake, I'm not bragging. I've done research at the first degree level, master's level. I've done my PhD. I've spoken in different countries, even this year alone, about 3 countries. So I'm done with my LLB. I know so many. I'm not saying I'm better than brother Musa Dankwa, but I'm surprised. Secondly, my brother, if you want to do research, for instance, if you want to find out the MP's contribution to education, which is very key in every community, ask them whether the team really went to the schools to ask. Because if you want to know what I've done in the schools, those who can provide the correct data, because data has to be correct and it has to be, it has to come with integrity. If you want to talk about data, correctness and integrity, have they been to the secondary schools and you think the headmasters and the teachers will not tell them that Dr. Simramba has been providing computers and has been supporting us? Dr. Amma has been providing tables and chairs, they may not even be enough. Fine. But for a first-time MP to provide for 2,400 school children, which is a fact, and KMA has adjudged me either the best or one of the best in terms of how I've used my common fund to benefit the constituency. I mean, please, with all that I'm saying, I think they did something wrong. Because if you're talking about the fact that you talk to Isiaso people, go to Santasa Market. I give them my own money, my own sweat money. I do like 6 jobs to support their businesses. Go to Akasumasu Market. Insecurity. I provided, security gates and other things free. Go and find out whether it's true that when I came, they have had, one completed astroturf, another one almost completed. Go and find out whether I have provided water for 14 communities out of 24. Are these not essential needs of the constituency? So who did they ask? So there's something wrong. I'm not blaming him, but then they should look at it again. Because I'm one of the best performers. And in any case, the conferences of MP in Ghana here, I think his research should have also respected the fact that some of us in Parliament, we are excellent. I'm not bragging. You can go and ask Speaker. People know what I do in my constituency. On the floor. In this country, anytime you reach state budget or nations address, you yourself know, big statements chase me because of my statement. City, Joy, TV3, all of them, you know. My statement center can train like 1 month in this country. So why do we try to defeat other people and then think some of us that are dedicating everything? Look, let me tell you, MPP activists who are working for the party are provided a fund. Go to Fidelity Bank. I put in my own money so that when they are not well, they can even go for 500 Ghana cedis free to buy medicine. Go and check. Which of the MPs they do this? And he's asking that which of the MPs can tell what the constituency needs. I have commissioned a body, paid money, they've conducted official research. I will send it to you, Sammy, that has provided social certification in terms of individual structure. Whether this percentage is in hairdressing, painting, just I've done all. So please, I've even provided an office in my constituency that Monday to Friday, because I'm not there, if you need something, you can go there. Is it recently that the worker there got a better job and now we are looking for another person? I'm not a lazy MP. I am a very hard-working, committed to building this society and developing my community. And I'm in touch with them. I play with all of them. My gate, and I'm not afraid. It's not even locked. I'm the only MP that they come there. There are MPs who leave my country. They're also doing well. I won't say they don't. But my gates are always open to my constituents. Sometimes I fly EDA for some of the egg myself and we eat together. And some will be teasing me that we're MP that fries egg. I mean, what else do we need MP to do? So you can come and tell me that you really know what I do. And in any case, if corporate institutions, if you do appraisal, you get back to the employee. You get back to me. You don't go and publish because what you publish is false. It's probably false.
Okay, Sticka, is it your fear? Is it your fear that political hold on. Are you reacting this way because you fear that political opponents may use this against you in future elections, say 2028? Is that your fear for this reaction?
Sammy, it's a big no. Check some of the constituencies during the MPP recent elections. You see the way they are fighting. Did you hear anything about it? Me, I'm one person in life that I think leadership is service. If because of my service you will not give me, I don't even care. I'm a different politician. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But the way this country misinformation is tarnishing the image of other people, the way this country misinformation is misleading and adulterating decision-making processes, and people are not making the right decision because of misinformation in the public domain. This is what I'm doing. I'm fighting for our society because I believe what I'm saying. You put God aside. Sammy, send your teams to the secondary schools and the primary schools. Send your teams to check whether communities are provided these ways. Send your teams to KMA, how I use my money. Send your teams to find out whether indeed, even when it comes to sports, send your teams to go and check. These are things there. So if indeed I've done all this, how can anybody look? Backlaster was against me. He came to our constituency. He started even preaching and praising and telling the whole world that he was shocked what I've done in our constituency. Please, let's not do these things to ourselves. It's not because of me as an individual. God knows what I've done, so I don't care. But it's because of Ghana. There are so many pieces of misinformation in our society. People are misled. They make decisions anyhow. They attack people anyhow because they have been misinformed. And I think that is unfair. So, Sammy, at least some of the things I've quoted, you may even challenge them, they may abstract, but at least a lot of them are tangible. You can go to the source yourself and find out from them whether MP has done these things. And I'm saying that, Sammy, you yourself, in this country, on the floor of the Parliament of Ghana, in terms of extemporaneous presentations, in terms of official statement I make, some of you are in Parliament. Will you ask yourself, please, let us do this. Don't do that. I know for him doing his research, for this also about standardizing the research at the end of the day. I am very, very upset, but I don't want to get there. It's wrong because I know what I've done. If I'm not going to be praised, I want to allow people to use propaganda to do that. If not, let's set official committee and go to my constituency and check. This is not about methodology of the research. This is about who responded. And what I'm saying, is it true or not? Because if you want to talk about it, look, about over 10 churches in our constituency, 100 bags of cement, 10,000, 200 bags of cement, 10,000. I'm even helping a mosque in my constituency. We are building a Makalanta school. Of course, what I've done is crazy. There's how many MPs do this in this country?
Sticka, thank you very much thank you very much for that. Let me conclude with Musa Dankwa on this one. Musa, he's given us more information. He's done quite a number of things. Would you mind to send your team back, check all these things, and speak to your constituents again on some of the issues that he has raised? Obviously, he looks very, very unhappy, upset, and very livid.
I mean, look, Sammy, way back in July 2022, we released survey of similar nature across the country, in which we identified 17 MPP MPs who were in danger through the same methodology and the same approach. Today, as we speak, only 2 of them survived. 17 of them are not in Parliament.
Yes. Maybe I'm a proposal like bikinis. I know things that Sticka has done for the constituency. School near there. In fact, state experimental schools, Sticka and so innovation near there. But I think as the respondent, you don't blame the person bringing the research. Is the respondent. Yes, you may have issues why he selected those 83 constituencies, but there's also no ethically breached protocol. As a sampling, for example, when I was doing my master's, I had to talk to journalists about SDG Goal 7, clean energy, affordable energy, and all that. I didn't speak to all journalists in Ghana. I selected journalists I had to speak to. So it is not wrong in research. I think that Sticka must take it as a feedback. Yes, must take it as a feedback. Then rather, whatever he's doing, accelerate more, do more engagement with the people to understand the needs of the people. Because for me, I looked at certain MPs a bit different. I will like, I would have said that, oh, MPs we move there, count. As a day, ranking ministers. Someone even had a bonus. Them, I don't know, maybe chooses a minister be a good minister. That's how people think, you know. So you don't have to fault the person. It's a bit of that. That if for example, if Mama asks me today, which minister should stay, I will say Greater Accra Minister. Oh, Mama, no, so the Greater Accra Minister may also think that she's performing. You know, every no na dua Ghana for na jinse bi perform no so adwin mu no so dey so perform pa. So sometimes what you think you are doing no enya dey ye needs from perform. Let me give you an example why I even decided to do this. Plan Ghana, there was a project they did somewhere, I think in the eastern region or so, where the story says that I think I did some lecture they catch me CSR, corporate social responsibility, as part of our postgraduate studies, you know. Dr. Eriko Odro. And no can say na community ni konso e man say wa wonim Kumase na man say be 500 meters to 1 kilometer so mu free kuro nim konsuo. Okay, na omu konsuo no ana planga na be ye boho na agency bi sa be ye boho kuro nim no mu nkobu nsuo na okuro no mu kwachiri se nkora na kwachiri onim ntia o ma me mu wo nyom twehwe na o ma nko nsuo na wo mu kwachiri ko sa ata no ntom nyane omu kunum eye niema. What you say? So that is why before you even do something, you may be doing something for a lot of people. But is that what they really need? Is that what they really need? It's a present Mahama example 2013 2016 I say kunta cheni I say ko jo tum for kan say Ghana for kajina TV3 kan say e aduane apomodin ene adwuma na yehwehwe. It's in infrastructure na ye bad o no. Enye se bia na sika no mu hu e bia ne nipa na o respond ye no no person is MP no. Enye no na sika ye no. E bia person na MP kura betra na ne bonkomo. Say Juma question, and you know na no. So you rather take it as a good feedback. You see, the reason why I hasten slowly to jettison theses and research is that sometimes what you expect is not what it is. So when you have a feedback in the form of a research, you don't attack the researcher. You go into the details of the research, understand the reasons, and improve. Me view no view no say share that view in the comment section. We are now subscribe no click the notification. The video be to be who not should be show so be show you see the mama me here Ghana see here. Bye bye.